Hey, welcome back. So today we are going to talk about weight loss motivation. When you want to lose weight, but you're just not motivated to do it. Look, gaining weight is always way funner than losing weight. Period. Hands down. End of story. And losing weight's not easy. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you do it, no matter what weight loss path you pick, it takes discipline. It takes making changes, which are never necessarily fun, especially when you're talking about cutting out sugar or limiting your carbs, limiting your calories, working out, whatever that looks like for you. And so today I want to talk about what to do, how to do it when you want to lose weight, but you're just not motivated. It's actually simpler than you think. And I learned this through the school of hard knocks. Like, I learned this through a decade of weight loss failure, a decade of not being motivated to eat my freaking carrots, a decade of not being motivated to do the things I knew that I should do. And I really, after being motivated by my kids, after the rubber hitting the road and reading a statistic because I was that mom, maybe you're that mom, or maybe you've met somebody like me, that I was overweight, but I swore and I was passionate that my kids were not going to be. So yes, I'm overweight, but my kids, so I thought I could be morbidly obese, but I was going to raise skinny kids. And it wasn't until after I read a statistic that linked obesity in parents to the kids that I was like, that's it, enough's enough, something has to change. And I expected that all of a sudden, because I had a worthy cause, my kids, like, it doesn't get more worthy or noble than that, right? I had this worthy cause that all of a sudden, I made the decision, enough is enough, I need to lose weight. That somehow, because I had a worthy, noble cause, and I made the decision, that the next day when I woke up, motivation was just going to come knocking at my door and be like, hello, I'm here, let's go. Have you ever been waiting on the motivation to do it? And I don't know, like, come on, like, we're all busy, right? We're adulting, we got work, we got kids, we got families, we got, our friends, we got houses, whatever it is that we have, and if you're a mom, oh my goodness, like I have a newborn, right? So a whole nother set of stuff. And so anyway, like, I would think that for some reason, when I made the decision to lose weight, that I should get motivated to do it. And so many times, hands down, one of the biggest questions I get from clients that I work with in our virtual weight loss boot camps, in our fit clubs, and in consulting with people on coming up with the strategy to lose weight, pinpointing what's holding them back, all of that stuff. One of the biggest questions that I get asked for my entire career in this health weight loss space is, Carmen, help me get motivated. Help me do the things that I know I should be doing, but I'm not. And so here's the deal. Like, I kind of come from this space I kind of come from the area of not sugarcoating things. I come from the area of giving you the truth, because that's what I tell myself. Like, I lived in a space where I sugarcoated things for myself for a decade. And all that did was keep me stuck. It kept me on the weight loss treadmill, and it kept me riding the struggle bus of weight loss for a very long time. And it wasn't until I got real with myself that I started seeing changes. And I'm real with my clients, and I tell everybody from up front when we're chatting to see if it's going to be a good fit for us to work together. I'm like, look, if you're looking for somebody who's going to fluff you up and sugarcoat it, I'm not your girl. Why? Because one of my biggest passions is helping people get results, helping people cross over from struggling to succeeding. And you're not going to get that if someone just fluffs you up and makes you feel good. All right. So first and foremost, there's no such thing as being motivated to do the work. You can be motivated to make a change, right? To making the decision to change. You can say, okay, I'm making a decision to lose weight. You can have a motivation to make the decision. But after you're motivated to make the decision, and maybe it's your kids, maybe, you went to the doctor and your blood pressure was sky high, or you have pre-diabetes, or maybe you were diagnosed with diabetes, or maybe you had a health scare, or whatever it is, or maybe you saw a picture of yourself and you were like, holy crapola, I need to do something. Maybe you stepped on the scale, maybe none of your clothes fit and you don't want to go buy new ones. Maybe you can't go on the roller coasters with your kids at the amusement park and they're starting to ask why you can't run around and play with them, or why you can't go on the roller coasters. Whatever it is, whatever your motivation is, maybe you just want to look in a bathing suit. Maybe you have a family reunion coming up. Maybe you have a thing coming up where you're going to see your ex and you want him to look at you and go, oh, dang, what did I do? Whatever motivates. There is no such thing as a wrong motivation. And there is no such thing as one motivation being better than the other. Look, I personally am a believer in God, and I believe that He is going to bait the hook with whatever bait it takes to get your butt moving towards your goal. So if your motivation was your kids, fantastic. If your motivation is you want to make your ex go, dang, fan freaking tastic. There's not one better than the other. Because at the end of the day, all that's going to do is motivate you to make a decision. I need to do something. After that, all bets are off. After that, that's kind of where the motivation is like, see ya. Because that's when the work comes in. That's when the work comes in. And there might be times where you're like, oh, yay, come on, let's do this. But no, not most of the time. Like, I can remember like day one. Okay, so the thought of day one, I was motivated to do. Like the day I made the decision, it was a Tuesday when I read that statistic about morbidly obese parents and kids. That Tuesday night, I was in tears at the table. I'm crying, the ugly cry. I'm like, enough is enough. Something's got to change. I'm doing this for my kids. Yeah. That's Tuesday night. Wednesday morning. So I set my alarm for Wednesday morning. I, again, at the time had a toddler and a newborn. And I was like, okay, so I set my alarm for the morning. Morning comes around. I have this big noble cause, my kids. Snooze. Snooze. I pressed snooze. Then all of a sudden my baby was up and it left me no time for my workout. So it was day one and I crapped out on my workout. All right. I eventually got up, did my workout. So then it was that night. I had a doozy of a day one 6 years ago. A doozy, I tell ya. So then it's that night. I decided to do all this with a newborn and when I was potty training my toddler. All right. And so after day one of potty training with an infant and I'm potty training my toddler, I thought I need to go to the store and get reinforcements because the potty training thing, I had no rewards. So I'm going to Target, which is right up the road, a super Target, and all mom's best friends, Target. So I'm going there and I had to pass by a McDonald's on the way to the Target. And I had been good all day long with my eating. I was so proud of myself. And that night on the way home, somehow my car just got in line at McDonald's and I got a large Big Mac meal. And so that was my day one. So if you rewind 24 hours before that, I'm doing the ugly cry at the table. Something's gotta change. I'm not gonna be that person anymore. Lord, help me. And I press snooze on my thing and go through the McDonald's drive-thru. Has anybody else ever been there? So if motivation for doing the work worked, I never would have slept through, pressed the snooze button and went through the McDonald's drive-thru. At the end of the day, it's not about being motivated to do the work that's going to get you to your goals. Motivation is going to help you make a decision. And after that, baby, you got to pull up those bootstraps. You got to hunker down. You got to say, I am here. I am not giving up. I am not giving in. I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm not going to quit if I mess up. I'm not going to quit if I screw up. I'm not going to quit when I don't want to. I'm going to do it anyway. And that was the biggest thing I had on my side. It wasn't that I always wanted to. People are like, Carmen, oh my gosh, you lost 161 pounds in 13 months. Wow. And I get it. Like that, like I look back and I'm like, wow, I did that. Like I still look at my before and afters, which by the way, I get accused of photoshopping. Not photoshopped, like I actually won over $106,000 for the company to be able to use that before and after in their publications and all of that, because I get it. It's like a shocking before and after. You see a girl busting out of a size 22, and then you see a girl in a size 2, and it's like, wow, that can't be the same person. But it is, right? So I get it sometimes. Like I look at that and I'm like, wow, like I did that. You know, you have moments where you're like, good job. So I should have been able to do it. I spent a decade failing. I had a decade of what not to do. And so anyway, like it wasn't that every day was perfect. It wasn't that every day I woke up wanting to. It wasn't that every day I had the time. Almost no days was I motivated to work out in the beginning. I'm not talking about now. I've been on this journey for over 6 years. Today, yes, I am that crazy chick that misses my workouts. I am that person that after a week of crappy eating, I'm like, oh, where is my carrots? Give me my superfood shake. Like, give me all of the healthy. Not then. That was not me then. And if I was waiting on motivation to come knocking at my door, I would still be sitting here today at 288 pounds, morbidly obese, waiting. Motivation. Let me tell you about something. Let me tell you about motivation. Motivation shows up after you do the work. Motivation meets you halfway. Motivation is never going to show up first. Motivation is cultivated through the work that you put in. But you've got to put in the work first. Once you get down the path a little bit, motivation starts to go. Motivation is built through momentum. Momentum is built through doing the basics and doing the work even in the beginning, even when you don't want to. Like there were days, and again, today I love working out. I am that fit chick that just like loves lifting weights, loves working out, loves all of it. You know, I'm the chick that's like, you're one workout away from a good mood. But if you rewind 6 years ago, morbidly obese, 208 pounds, I jumped, everything shook. I believe there was those fitness loving people that God made them and God blessed them. And then there was me. I did not like working out at all. I did not like, I mean, come on. I was breastfeeding. I had huge boobs. Everything jiggled. I was morbidly obese. Like nothing about working out made me feel good. And when I started losing weight, I chose to combine fitness with nutrition, not because I love nutrition, not because I loved fitness, but because I had saw before and afters of weight loss stories, and the people that did fitness with nutrition by far had the best before and afters. I remember reading a story. I saw a picture of Christy Brinkley, and I was like, wow, like that chick is hot. Like she was like 60 something. And I was like, what? She looks better than most 20-year-olds I know. And they asked her one of the keys, and she says, I watched what I ate and I work out 6 days a week. And I started seeing these things like Jennifer Lopez, you know, who is amazing. Jennifer Aniston, they work out. They invest the time into themselves. So all the people that I had looked at and said, wow, like, how are you so hot at 50, 60, whatever? Ernestine, 70 something, like they all had fitness. And I was like, all right, you know that saying, you find somebody who has what you want and you do what they do. So every time I found somebody that like, if I could just wave my magic wand and age the way they aged, they were like, fitness. So that's what I did. And there were days where I was going to do a workout from home. Thank goodness they made good at home workouts, because if my fitness depended on me going to the gym with a toddler and a newborn, I never would have made it. But I was able to come down to my basement, press play, on the workouts that I stream, that I still use to this day, by the way. We have a video that says, do at-home workouts really work? Like at-home workouts versus the gym. So if you have been wondering if at-home workouts work, go watch that video. Anyway, so there would be times where I'm like, okay, I'm going to work out in the morning. Well, all of a sudden, the whole day would pass me by. It would be bedtime, and I'd be going down to my basement to do my workout because I had procrastinated it all day long, and I didn't get it done. And so there were so many times, especially in the beginning, when I was losing weight, that if I was waiting on motivation to show up, I never would have done anything. It's not about being motivated, friends. It's about doing it anyway. Are you always motivated to brush your teeth? Brushing my teeth is a pain. Putting gas in my car is a pain in the butt. I am never motivated to put gas in my car. I cannot stand it. I love it when my husband does it for me. I'm always like, oh, you put gas in my car. Just because I don't know, it's the most tedious thing to me. And so but if I don't put gas in my car, I run out, right? So I put gas in my car so I don't run out of gas. I brush my teeth so they don't rot out of my head. And so but I'm never motivated to brush my teeth. I just do it. It's the same thing with working out. I don't have to be motivated to do it. Same thing with choosing to eat according to my goals instead of my cravings. I don't have to be motivated. I just have to do it. We live in this world today where it really sets us up to fail. We live in this world where they're like, do what you love. Wah! Well, at the time, I loved sitting on the couch eating cheesecake. And if I did what I loved, I would have wound up on the show My 600-Pound Life, and I would have kept gaining instead of losing. At some point, if you want to get a change, you have to make a change, whether you want to or not. Your will to has to be stronger than your want to. And when your will to becomes stronger than your want to, you won't struggle with motivation anymore. And last thing I want to say on this is the lack of motivation typically also comes from a lack of vision. Anytime I see somebody who's really struggling with the lack of, I don't wanna, a lot of times they don't have a vision to where they're going. And a man without a vision will perish. A man without a vision will never succeed. A lack of vision is behind most failures. And so people don't have a vision of where you're going. And if you don't have a vision of where you're going and what you're doing it all for, you will surely quit when frustration comes. And frustration always comes on the road to success. There is no road to success where you can bypass struggle, where you can bypass all frustration, where you can bypass all obstacles. It just doesn't exist. Hurdles are there. Hurdles, like you overcoming the obstacles, you overcoming the hurdles, that's where inspiration is built. That's what's going to inspire other people. When you get to your goal and you can shout from the mountaintops that you lost X amount of weight and you had to overcome being a single mom, you had to overcome a sugar addiction, you had to overcome an eating disorder, you had to overcome secret eating, you had to overcome emotional eating, you had to overcome a lifetime of obesity or whatever it is. It's through your overcoming that you become an inspiration. The biggest inspirations had the biggest failures. So it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. And I'll tell you right now, sometimes people will say, Carmen, if you had to do it all over again, would you do it? Every freaking day. No question. I would do it all over again. All over again. The example that I got to set for my kids, there's nothing in my life that hasn't changed for the better. They're losing 161 pounds. But it was my will to change, being stronger than what I wanted to. It was doing it, even on the days I wasn't motivated, which led to the big change. And so, anyway, when that little thought pops into your head of, I'm just not motivated, that's what I sound like. You tell that thought to shut up. It doesn't matter if you're motivated. I'm doing it anyway. So anyway, thanks so much for watching today. If you've liked any of the content here in this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. That way you get notified when we do upload videos. We are live also here on the channel every single Tuesday. When you ring the bell, it'll send you a little notification when we go live and when we upload videos. So anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one.